Are you looking to learn more about writing or considering becoming an author? Writing can be a rewarding hobby or a lucrative business, but it can also be very difficult to do. Writers have to contend with grammar and style, whilst also constructing interesting prose and dialogue. If you're looking for advice on how to start or a fresh outlook on the craft, then there are plenty of books to help. It can be tricky to pick the right book, and that's why we've done the research for you. We picked On Writing by Stephen King as our favorite book on writing. It's both a memoir and a guide to writing a successful novel. We've also put together a 10 best list for you to consider and created a handy buying guide to help you make your choice. The first product on our list is On Writing Stephen King. Prose. Written by a prolific and best-selling author, Stephen King. Offers advice and insight about writing. Ideal for new writers and novelists. Cons. Heavy on memoir. Written by one of the most popular and successful writers of all time, On Writing is a memoir that offers insight into how to write a novel. King explores his own path into writing and the effect a near-fatal car crash had on his life. He also explains his approach to writing and gives advice on how to be successful. This book is more autobiographical than textbook-like, and some reviewers are disappointed with the balance. However, many love King's approach and found the advice useful. Most reviewers say it's very inspirational for aspiring writers. They add that you don't have to be a fan of King's work to get something out of this book. The second product on our list is The Elements of Style 4th edition William Strunk Jr., E.B. White. Prose. Explains technical writing aspects, like grammar and style. Can be read and then used for reference. Strunk was an English professor at Cornell, E.B. White his student, who went on to author Charlotte's Web and more. Contains clear examples. Cons. Initially published in 1918, so some complain that it feels dated. This book has long been considered one of the most essential books for budding writers. The book explains grammar rules with examples, and also covers composition, such as how to structure paragraphs. It details commonly misused and misspelled words and gives advice on how to tighten up your writing. This book was written in 1918. Although it has been revised and updated, some of the rules may be dated. However, as a manual for grammar, it's highly praised. Many like that it's short and concise, making it easy to understand. Reviewers also appreciate that it's compact enough to keep on hand for easy referencing. The next product in our list is Writing Tools, 10th Anniversary Edition Roy Peter Clark. Prose. Author has decades of experience in writing and editing, including serving as a Pulitzer juror several times. Offers 55 concrete writing strategies. Provides examples from fiction and non-fiction. Includes information about grammar and style. Includes thought exercises. Cons. Some readers say the strategies are more useful for non-fiction. If you prefer having specific strategies to try, this book may be for you. It contains 55 methods to improve your writing, with hundreds of examples from fiction and non-fiction. The author has decades of writing, editing, and teaching experience, giving you a well-rounded perspective. There are a few reports that some strategies aren't applicable to all genres of writing. On the other hand, most readers say this book taught them many ways to improve their writing. They like that the strategies are helpful to anyone who writes and appreciate the many examples. The next product is Self-Editing for Fiction Writers, 2nd edition Rennie Browne, Dave King. Prose. Authors have careers as editors. Contains many examples. Covers specific topics, like dialogue and exposition. Cons. A few readers dislike the tone. This book focuses on how to polish drafts into finished books. It's written from the perspective of an editor and teaches you how to go through a manuscript. It has chapters on topics such as dialogue and exposition and has many examples to illustrate the points. Since both writing and editing are subjective, some readers find the tone of the authors too authoritative. However, Even the most negative reviewers say that there are some useful techniques in this book. Many others reported that it's very helpful for understanding structuring and recognizing common mistakes. The next product in our list is the Copywriter's Handbook, 4th edition, Robert W. Bly. Prose. Covers many aspects of copywriting, including print and digital. Offers concrete tips and strategies. Author has over 30 years of experience in marketing and has published many books. Includes many examples. Cons. Some complaints that this 4th edition still hasn't been updated enough. If you're new to copywriting or struggling to write compelling copy, this book may help. The author has decades of experience in marketing and copywriting. He offers many tips and strategies for print and digital media, including advertisements and emails. There are a few complaints that some of the language and advice is no longer relevant, even in the 2020 publication. However, most readers praise this book for having valuable tips. They say that it's a great introduction to copywriting and has helpful examples for different types of media. The next product in our list is Successful Self-Publishing, Joanna, Pennsylvania. Prose. Covers print and digital self-publishing. Author has self-published fiction and non-fiction. Provides links to further reading and resources. Cons. Some reviewers felt the advice was too basic. Others were annoyed by constant referrals to the author's website. It's never been easier to self-publish, and this book will guide you through the process. The author explores how to successfully self-publish print books, ebooks, and audiobooks. There are also tips on how to promote your book and navigate publishing-related finances. For some reviewers, this book doesn't offer a lot of new information. However, for reviewers new to self-publishing, this book is a valuable guide. Many say that it's easy to follow and simplifies the self-publishing process. Some also appreciate the links to additional resources. The next product in our list is Everybody Writes and Handley. Prose. Author has been recognized by Forbes for social media and blogging. She has decades of experience with writing, marketing, and content creation. Focuses on writing in the digital space, like websites and emails. Covers useful topics like content creation tools and basic grammar. Cons. Some reports that it's better for beginners. A new edition is coming April 2022. If you want to improve how you communicate digitally, this book will give you helpful tools and tips. The author has years of experience with a variety of digital communication, including blogs and social media. She explains how you can communicate with customers clearly and effectively. A few readers say this book is geared more towards beginners. However, many reviewers like its practical advice and engaging tone. They say that this book makes them feel more confident about their writing. Readers appreciate that it covers a wide scope of topics and provides examples, too. The next product in our list is Bird by Bird and Lamott. Prose. Author is a New York Times bestseller. Covers the ups and downs of writing. Offers advice on writer's block, dialogue, and more. Cons. Reports that it's heavy on memoir. In this book, Lamott shares her personal experiences as a writer. She's written several bestsellers and offers plenty of personal stories. The book also addresses topics such as writing dialogue, planning a book, and writer's block. The book focuses more on personal stories, according to some reviewers. However, many other reviewers like her outlook on writing and life, saying this book encouraged them to write more. They also like the author's honesty and sense of humor. The next product in our list is A Poetry Handbook, Mary Oliver. Prose. Written by an acclaimed poet that won the National Book Award for her poetry. Covers understanding and writing poetry. Includes examples. Cons. Some readers say it's more of an introduction than a thorough guide. This handbook is written by an acclaimed poet with years of experience writing poetry, teaching, and editing. It covers the basics of poetry, including meter and style. The author draws on examples to illuminate her points. Some readers note that it's more of an introduction. Overall, however, many reviewers say this book makes poetry more approachable. They like that it offers a lot of information in a concise way. They also find the examples very helpful. The next product in our list is On Writing Well, 30th Anniversary Edition William Zinsser. Prose. Author was a very prolific writer, teacher, critic, and editor. The book was inspired by one of his courses at Yale. Covers general and specific non-fiction, like sports and humor. Includes examples. Cons. Some readers find the writing dated or long-winded. For writers of non-fiction, this has been one of the most recommended books since its publication. It focuses on factual topics like sports, business, and memoirs, explaining how to introduce them to a broader audience. Plus, the author details the process from drafting to editing. Some readers say that the writing feels dated, but most of these reviews seem to refer to older versions. Many love that this book has a lot of advice, saying it's straightforward and useful. They appreciate the focus on all things non-fiction and the many examples. Readers say it's excellent for both new and seasoned writers, too. Do you think this list makes sense? Leave a comment for us. You can find the product link in the description of the video. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel to keep up with the latest reviews.